Welcome to another edition of Africa Sideways. We've made it up to the Drakensberg here in the Underberg Castle Burn Resort. Has been very welcoming. And the MUX has been in its element. These gravel roads, bumpy tar, in the mountains. The MUX just says, yes please. Low down grunt with that 3-litre turbo diesel. Just loves this undulating terrain. Let's see how she rolls. Only on Africa Sideways. In the heart of the Underberg here, majestic mountains, wherever you look. Really is a privilege to be a South African traveling through this kind of land. And it's a privilege driving the MUX. Perfect family vehicle for this kind of thing. Also great for overlanding. Just basically getting out there and enjoying yourself. Having said that, equally good on the highway. It was averaging between 9.7 and then up to 10 litres per 100 kilometers when it was getting a bit more undulating. Which for a fully laden car of this size, anything under 10 litres per 100 k's is a plus in my book. So well done our Isuzu there. Majestic scenery wherever you look here. It's a real treat. Speaking of treats, we're going to check out the Sani Pass. While it's still gravel, they're busy making tar on the other side. The Chinese are getting involved there. So we're going to get involved. The MUX needs to stretch its legs. It's yearning for a bit more gravel. So let's do some more travel. On these bumpy, potholed roads, it's well at home here. Soaking up anything that gets in its way. Loads of cup holders in this car. Wonderful day for it. The sun is out. The weather is sweet. Petrol heads are having fun. I still maintain this is the best 7-seater in South Africa and only 660,000. It's a bit of a no-brainer really. It's got 4-wheel drive, low range, excellent traction control. I noticed even when in the 4x2, when it starts getting a bit slippery and muddy, that traction control slows everything down and lets you power out. Impressive piece of kit this. The LCD screen takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you got the hang of it, it does everything you need. Very good GPS. It's got all the back roads. It really does have you covered. All ends up this car. Yeah, we've got some potholes. Let's check the suspension. No problem at all. It's really almost too easy for the MUX. Making off-road and gravel roads easy. And with the state of some of South Africa's back roads, you actually need to have something like this. You need something that you can get off the beaten track and enjoy the beauty of places like the Drakensberg in magnificent South Africa. Well done to our Isuzu for keeping it simple. That's very important with these things. They've kept the same engine that's been tried and tested, the best 3-litre turbo diesel in the business in my humble opinion. They've matted it with body on frame, solid leather seats, everything works. Quite a large seatbelt warning sign, but that's okay because it's safety first. Need a lift here. Hello.
Hello.
Do you need a lift to Underberg?
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoa. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Have a nice day, Mama.
Yeah, magkabang cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Off to Sani Pass we go. One of the most iconic passes in South Africa. Fitting place for the MUX. A fitting place for the MUX. Gorgeous landscape, yeah. Wide open spaces. The MUX can really let her hair down, yeah, and enjoy herself. Just cruises along here. Not a care in the world. Getting rather gorgeous outside. 26 kilometers away from the summit of Sani Pass. Ironically, some of the smoothest tar I've been on the whole holiday. But it's gonna get gravel and it's gonna get a little gnarly. I don't think we're gonna need low range. But the 4 high is gonna come in handy, especially after some heavy rains that we've had here in the last 7 days. Nice and easy through the corners. Gearbox is very smooth. Adequate gears for the size engine. You can see the GPS working away here. You can well, it takes a bit of getting used to. You can scroll out so you can see the whole picture. Cobbled Nature Reserve we're going through here. Up the Sani Pass we go. As you can see, the constructions are well underway to tar the rest of the Sani Pass. Sad but true, so I'm glad I'm getting up here to this wonderful part of the world before it's all tarred up. You can imagine this in the old days, just a little single track. And this is just the early bits. MUX is loving it, purring away. Oh, she's happy. And how about this landscape? Gorgeous. see, there's many road upgrades going on at the moment as the Sani Pass gets changed from a dirt road into a tar road for large sections of it. Phase 1 extending for 14 kilometers from P318 turn off, finishing at Old Good Hope trading post, and phase 2 will extend 14 kilometers to the summit. Get a little rocky now. This is proper Sani Pass going up into the mountains. And the MUX just keeps on coming. No problems whatsoever. Suspension is first class. No punctures. Extremely comfortable ride. In fact, this car would be tempted to go up one tyre size, one maybe two. It's a 225 by 60 on an 18. I'd be tempted to go 225 by 65 on an 18. Good ride nevertheless. Plenty of clearance. About 220, 230 mils, that's all you really need. Really does look at home here in the Drakensberg. Business is picking up here on Sani Pass. The construction teams have gone over the Lesotho side of the border, and it's all very much different. Bouncing and shaking all over the place. Got it in full high. And it's sailing up here, keeping up with this Land Cruiser, no problem whatsoever. Don't even think we'll need low range. So Isuzu is impressive. Boxing with the big boys. This rocky little section, no problem whatsoever for the MUX. Bit of weather coming in, but I'm not fussed. Looking really, really good on the Sani Pass, the MUX at home, yeah. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. West is starting to roll in. Business is picking up. Coming up to the switchbacks, which is always a gnarly little section. This is probably grade 2. Pushing grade 3 at a push. 2.6 k's to the summit. Whoa. Haven't needed low range yet. Bumpy old ride. The MUX is just soaking it up with a plum. All in all, one hell of a truck. Everything you throw at it just says thanks for coming, I'll have some more. Very impressive indeed. So if you're looking for a rock solid SUV 7-seater that'll take you into the clouds, bring you back again, I think the MUX has got you covered. Now I better get back to driving because it's getting pretty gnarly. The Sani Pass is a mountain pass located in the west coast of KwaZulu-Natal on the road between Underberg and Lesotho. The route up the Sani Pass starts at 1,544 meters and climbs 1,332 vertical meters of altitude up to 2,876, almost 3 kilometers. The road is a steep gravel road with a gradient of 1 in 3, which can be very difficult in bad weather and snow, which is often normal sort of thing in winter time. Luckily we're coming up here in summer and the MUX is gripping like gold. By SA law, you need a 4-wheel drive vehicle to get up here. There's several tour operators in these extended 79 series Land Cruisers with seats on the back. Looks like a bit of a safari sort of wagon. Not really my cup of tea. I wouldn't say this pass is that difficult that you need to be going on a tour, but some people like that kind of thing and you get a bit of the history of the area. Switchbacks are quite gnarly. You really got to come wide in terms of angle and then cut in sharply. If you've got a long wheelbase vehicle, you're gonna have to do a 3-point turn on some of these corners. Not much wheel spin at all. Isuzu pulling nicely up the last final section. This is about the last K or 2 of the Sani Pass on the switchbacks. Nice and easy. I've got it in first gear, 4 high at the moment. You could potentially go into low range, but I didn't feel the need at this stage. No diff lock on the MUX, but it does have excellent traction control in it. Feels as good as any of the other 4-wheel drives off-road. Really coming into the clouds here. Take it easy. There's a few little bumpy sections. This is quite a twister here. Good turning circle, did it in 1. Our Isuzu's smelling home. This is a tricky one. Gotta come as wide as possible and then dart in. Easy peasy. Almost there. Last corner, I believe. End off with a tricky one, but no challenge really. Made it to the top of Sani Pass. Didn't even have to go into low range. Eats gravel up for breakfast. I've really run out of superlatives for this car. If you're looking for reliable, trustworthy, adventure-worthy 7-seater with proper off-road ability, get one of these. Catch you next time on Africa Sideways. Down we come in first gear low range. Absolutely crawling, yeah. We might be able to just put it into second. There we go. First time I've had to use the low range the whole time. Very, very groovy. What a gorgeous stretch of road I found just out of the middle of nowhere. It's where you find the best stuff. This is where the MUX is really most at home. Soaking up the gravel. Not a problem whatsoever. Car's looking nice and dirty by the river. Couldn't leave the girl dirty like that, so we got her nicely cleaned up by the good people at Castleburn. Isuzu looking resplendent in the afternoon sun. Really worked for its afternoon bath. All that muddiness on Sani Pass, but that's all a thing of the past. Thing is just gorgeous from whatever angle you look at. Take a bow, Isuzu. This is your finest hour. Interior is nice and simple. I haven't gone for too much fancy gizmos. It just tells you what you need to know. You got your low range, plenty of space. Loads of space for many, many baby seats. It's a people carrier that can get you off the road, out there, out so far, into places like this. Beautiful Drakensberg, looking resplendent. Been staying at Castleburn, highly recommend it. Just like I'd highly recommend this piece. Catch you next time, Africa Sideways. Abundant bird life.